How you doing? Hobbyist fishing here. We're at the local pond that I fish a lot from the bank, but today decided to pull the little inflatable out. Gotta love an inflatable. Put it in anywhere. So, you know, we've been fishing the bank on this side a lot, and a little, oh, this fish just jumped over there. All right, you know what? Enough of the intro. You'll catch me see some fish catches. I'm not wasting any time talking to the camera, but see ya. All right, let's get launched. And we are off. I feel like they're gonna be in this middle part here. No, in the middle, right outside all these lily pads growing here. Cause like right here has to be the deepest. Or probably not, the dam side over there is probably, oh, it's shallow, oh, there's so much grass. Alrighty, so today we're fishing my Witch Doctor X Hobbyist rod. This is a 6'6", medium power spinning rod. I'm gonna start the day out, just kind of figure out where these fish are. We're gonna start out with my favorite, little mid-sterling with a Yum sonar minnow on a range roller. We're gonna start picking apart all these lily pads, kind of bringing this thing around, seeing where these bass are. Because it's actually my first time on this pond like this. Oh, that thing is nice. Let that thing start falling. I'm gonna hold it down. And as we reel, we're gonna lightly shake this minnow. See if we can't get a fish to react. Because I'm seeing a lot of nice submerged grass around here. So the goal is to be bringing this minnow right above those. Oh, just got one. I saw that guy eat it on the fall. Oh yeah. That's one. That was a sick bite. I saw my minnow coming up too shallow, and then I paused it, and then I just saw the flash, the green flash of a bass. And he ate it. First one. Ooh, you're kind of messed up. You got caught before. All right. So around submerged grass seems like the plan here. But also what's fun is these small ponds that, you know, I don't have to think too much about where I'm putting this bait. Oh, there's another bass here. Take it. Oh, it's a tiny bass. Oh, I saw him come around the lily pad. Oh, it's shallower here. And really having this shorter rod, what it allows me to do. Got him. Hello. Oh yeah. No, I'm using a hover strolling minnow. Yes, sir. Number 2. But yeah, casting around these lily pads because there's definitely bass around them. It's just a matter of, and the reason why I actually asked for a 6'6" rod here is so I can do this, really make nice accurate casts. But also, if that bass is in there, I need to be able to wrench him out of cover. But even from the bank, these rods, the rods I wanted to design was I wanted them to be really accurate pond rods, because especially when you're fishing from the bank, more than just pure casting, more than just being able to bomb it out, I need the short rod to be able to control where my cast is going, because this movement feels a lot easier to control than like a 10-foot rod, you know, or 7-foot rod. But also when you're working a minnow, having a shorter rod allows you to really translate that movement from here and, oh, is that another one? Translate the movement from your rod tip right into your bait, which is super important. You could use a longer one, but it's like right now, I'm gonna take this minnow and I'm gonna cast it in between these lily pads and bring it right on the outside edge of them. Oh, hello. Oh, he spit it. He has a dinker. I'm putting in some damage on these pond fish. Yeah, so being able to do that, just really accurately dropping that stuff next to lily pads. Turn the boat a bit. Make a nice, accurate cast. Oh, nice. Nice. Oh, we almost doubled up. I had one too. A little dinker. Also, I wanted this shorter rod so I can pitch, right? I can hold my bait from my waist and do a really accurate cast on that. and just drop this right in front of the pads. But being really precise with these casts like that really is the reason why I prefer shorter rods over long ones. Because when you have a 7-foot plus rod, it's really hard to, like, you know, from your waist do a cast like that and just drop them. Yep. Oh, we're putting in some work on these pond bass. Let's go for 100. Yes, sir. Bye, buddy. This and the squid glider. What? For what? No, that's a different company. Yeah. On the fall. Oh, you are a dinker. You are a dinker. Thank you, sir. Oh, instant. On the drop. Actually, on the landing. Okay. You are a dinker. Look at the... Oh, you're tiny. Oh, that's a better one. That's a better one. Oh, into the lily pads. Let's lean back. Keep that tension on. So, where's the bass? Oh, he's still in there. That's a better one. Nice. I'm putting in work on this minnow. Got his eyes covered so he doesn't freak out. Top of the back of the mouth. Little miniature one. Thank you, sir. And especially with this rod, the big thing is we want this accuracy, especially when we're casting around an exposed hook around like lily pads. Don't want to cast into the lily pads, but also need to be able to be close to them. So having that little bit of accuracy really does help with that. In order to keep this bait up off that grass, I'm going to reel a bit faster here. Trying to keep it right on top as I bring it in. Drop that right between those lily pads. Make sure I'm watching my line, mending it through, and really surgically just picking apart in between these lily pads is really what we're trying to do here. Dinker. Another dinker. Oh, you're a real dinker. Okay. Hello. Dinkfest. Absolute dinkfest. But put some work on the limbo worm here. Just fishing the thing like a soft jerk bait, letting it die between jerks, casting the thing out. And because I'm fishing on a small EWG, I can be pretty brave with this. Oh yeah. Oh, over lily pads like that. Oh, that was a sick bite. That was over the lily pad. So let's do a little bit of, let's push this rod a little bit. Let's do some cover fishing with this thing. Let's see if that fish is gonna come after this. Yep. Ah, small one. There we go. Oh, that's a dinker again. All right, we're really truly on a dink fest today. Anytime catching fish is a good time. Oh. Oh, that was a sick bite. Top water. Right, oh, right out of the lily pad. Dang. Let's try this pad right here. And yeah, see, having the shorter rod really lets me just choose the lily pad and be really surgical about how I'm fishing here. Got him. Got him. We found him. Bunch of dinkers. Oh, oh. Oh, sorry. Oh, all right, see ya. All right, so there's a bunch of bass in this lily pad. And this limbo worm is really putting some work on him. Yeah, so we're gonna cast into this lily pad patch. And slowly, because these bass will actually react to this worm as it's coming through the pads. If it sinks in, let it go. Thanks for joining me for a day on the water, fishing my new Hobbyist X Witch Doctor rod. This is kind of a continuation of our current series of the Fishing Rod Masterclass, but now we're actually doing some fishing and taking what we learned kind of into practice. And the rod that I was fishing was this one right here. This was a 6'6" medium spinning rod. It is rated for 10 to 17 pound test line, 5/16 to 3/4 ounce in weight. And the reason why I asked for a 6'6" rod, which is fairly short by, I guess US standards, is kind of a few different reasons. One, in Asia, you'll notice even with like multinational companies, like companies that make rods in Asia, but also in the US, the rods in Asia always come out shorter. And that's in part due to bank angling. When you're trying to catch fish from the bank, you do have to get creative with where you can cast from, whether that be like inside a tree, under a bush. And if you have a long 7-foot, 8-foot rod, it's so hard to cast in those spaces. So having a short rod, but also in that same idea, when we're fishing from the bank, 90% of the time, the fish are at your feet. That's what we're taught. 90% of the fish are at your feet. Now it's a matter of making an accurate cast to those points to get the fish to bite. Now that's a lot harder to do when you have a super long rod. Having a rod like, here, let me back up a bit. Like an easy way to tell if a rod is easy for you to handle is like hold it like you're fishing, and then like from here, try to draw a star, right? How well can you control that star? With the rod tip, right? If you have a longer rod, it becomes harder because it starts waving around. But when you have a nice short rod that's well balanced as well, and you can kind of do that star shape and repeat that shape over and over again with very little ease, that's how you know you have a rod that you can control that tip. Because when we're casting and we're making accurate casts, a lot of the times where you point your rod tip is where that bait's going. So having this shorter rod allows me to be a lot more, comfortable with this rod in my hand. It's not a rod, it's more of a wand, if that kind of makes sense. And then on top of that, yes, it's a shorter rod. As you saw, I was pitching and trying to make accurate casts to the outside of edge of lily pads to, especially when I'm fishing like an exposed hook. So I can get that bait close to those pads without getting stuck in them, which is always annoying. But the bass in the lily pads will come out to see what that bait is. But it's a lot better when you get it close. And when we're fishing from the bank, like from a boat may be different, but from the bank especially, there's really no point of just casting out. Because if you think about it, when people are on a boat and they're fishing the bank, they're casting from out there towards the bank.
then why, when we're bank fishing, are we trying to cast back towards where the boats are? No, they're casting to where we are. So we want to be able to cast along the bank, make short, accurate, quiet casts where we can keep them close to the water. So when the bait hits the water, it doesn't make a big splash. So that's super important for me, at least. And then the medium power of this rod is really important because fishing around cover, let's say there's lily pads again. If a bass eats this and takes it into that lily pad, if I have a medium light rod, it's going to be a lot harder to pull that fish out of cover. The medium gives me a bit more backbone to kind of lean back on that fish. There's a catch in there that the fish came up with a bunch of grass, and literally you can hear me say, I'm just going to lean back, and that's all you have to do. If a fish goes into vegetation, you're trying to pull it out, don't try to rip it out. A lot of times you just rip the hook out. You just need to be able to lean back with a good amount of force, just keep that tension on, and the bass will find its way out. That's the Hobbyist X Witch Doctor rod. We are working on a kind of a small limited run of these rods and different bank angling specs that I kind of envisioned and talked to, and Witch Doctor is going to make the rod. So super excited to share that with you. Hopefully you can kind of learn a little bit of my ideology when it comes to my style of bass fishing, short and accurate over just bombing casts. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't seen all of the fishing rod masterclass parts, there's a playlist on the YouTube channel. Go check them out. It's a lot of great information. We have an interview with Cole Sands, who recently just finished top 10 in an Elite Series tournament. So it's really cool. A lot of great information. If you want to learn more about fishing rods, that's the series to look. If you like this video, please leave a like. A subscribe is really helpful. I'm really working on getting my YouTube channel, not just my TikTok and Instagram going. Now I really want to get my YouTube channel going, so the follow always helps. Share it with your friends. If you have any comments about fishing rods, about short fishing rods, leave them in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer all of them. So what are you waiting for? Get out there.